Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to this week's movie review of Shooter, starring Mark Wahlberg and Danny Glover.
This guy knows what he's doing. You gotta take him. It's in the setup. Take him now.
Outside of the movie 300, there's not a movie playing right now that is better than Shooter when it comes to action and suspense. You know, first off, when I was going to see this movie, I was kind of annoyed that the trailer had told me this was a setup. I wish they didn't feel they had to give that information out, to try and get us to see the movie. It kind of reminds me when the movie U-571 came out, and they had to spill the beans in the trailer that they had to use the German submarine because their own sub got sunk. I would have loved to have not known this, but hey, they have to try to get you to the theater, so, it's quite a dilemma. They're trying to sell you the movie, but not trying to give too much away to ruin it. This is kind of like doing a review. You have to constantly beat around a bush and never give any real specific details so you don't want to ruin it for your listeners. This is much tougher than you may think. Try to list a car for sale, but don't tell them the color of the car or how many miles it has and so on. Good luck getting them to drive out to your place and look at it. As far as the casting goes, this is a very solid cast. Mark Wahlberg may not be the most versatile actor out there, but he definitely brings the goods. I've not liked every movie he's been in, but he wasn't really the problem. Danny Glover, he's also been picking up a little bit of steam, picking up roles in Saw and Dreamgirls, but the real rising star actually seems to be Michael Pena. He's been on a tear doing films like World Trade Center and Babel. He was also cast in back-to-back Academy Award-winning Best Pictures such as Crash and $1 Million Baby, to name a few. He's definitely a star on the rise. The acting is actually fairly good, considering that most action flicks tend to really be lacking in this area, sometimes horribly so. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that there'll be no Academy Award noms for the Condemned movie starring Stone Cold Steve Austin later this year. I'm sure the acting for that movie was an afterthought at best. This film doesn't have that problem. This is a fairly highbrow justice movie with, action and suspense, and, if I were to try and sum this up a little bit, imagine First Blood, Born Supremacy, In the Line of Fire, and maybe in the beginning of The Rock. I'd say this is along those lines. If you liked any or all those movies, I just don't think you can go wrong seeing this movie. I went into this movie, with the hopes of seeing something like First Blood or In the Line of Fire, and that's exactly what I got. I really thought the pacing of this movie was excellent. At 2 hours, you sure didn't feel like it. I never felt like this movie dragged at all. The execution of the setup and storyline is well thought out, and it really plays on the political times we're in today. You even see Mark Wahlberg's character reading the government's official 9/11 book in the beginning of the movie. This isn't one of those dumbass movies where you see people kill someone and not take their gun. That just drives me nuts when I see that in a movie. Sometimes I wonder if movie makers think that fans are that dumb that we won't get annoyed when the hero tends to be an idiot sometimes. This can really ruin a movie for me. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen in this movie. This movie is pretty well thought out. For all you guys who got pulled into seeing music and lyrics and movies like that, here's your chance to take her to see a movie you want to see. I actually think she might like it too. I don't think this is a dumbed down movie with just mindless shooting and blowing stuff up. This actually is a pretty good film. So if you're deciding on which movie to see this weekend, I don't think you can go wrong with seeing this one. If you do not like seeing people get shot and you believe there's no crime or dishonesty in the world, then this movie is not for you. Actually, I was very satisfied with the ending of the movie. I walked out of the movie and thought to myself, I'm definitely buying this on DVD when it comes out for sure. I just hope they put some good special features on it. Overall, I'd recommend this movie, very highly for most people to check out. If you want action, suspense, and, good all-around entertainment, I just don't think you can go wrong with this movie. I give Shooter a strong 4 stars. If you would like to submit a movie, email me at mrblacksmoviereviews@hotmail.com. Stop by each week to see videos on movie reviews, the box office top 10, DVD releases, the flop of the week, and I go over user reviews and comments. Subscribe to this channel, and you may be able to save time and money from seeing the wrong movie.